Today I'm going to show you exactly how to build consistency in anything, whether that's going to the gym, a business venture, literally anything. These are the exact principles I use to build my physique and the principles I'm currently using to build this YouTube channel. But before we dive into it, I want you to understand, this isn't going to be some BS motivational video. It's going to be about putting systems in place that build genuine consistency. The number one reason most people fail at being consistent is they try and do everything at once. You've likely been there yourself. I'm sure on one day you decided tomorrow I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m, have a cold shower, go to the gym, read a book, and work on my business. I'm going to do that every day from now on. And guess what? You didn't stick to it, right? Trying to make a bunch of changes all at once is a recipe for failure. When you try and do this, you're never going to stick to it because it's in our nature to avoid hard things. And trying to change your life completely overnight is near impossible. The best way to begin to develop consistency is through something I like to call the daily non-negotiables. These are 3 to 5 small things you will do every single day for the rest of your life, no matter what. No matter if you're hungover, whether you're tired, whether you're sick, whether it's your wedding day, you will do them every single day. These aren't huge, daunting tasks. They are small things that you can do every single day that will benefit your life. I'm going to put mine on the screen now for a second. The power of small habits like these is that they build momentum. They prove to you that you can be consistent and they work towards much greater things. Next, you need to remove all friction to make it impossible to fail. Let's use the gym as an example. Let's say you want to start going to the gym in the morning, but you wake up, you find it hard to get out of bed, you feel tired, you can't be bothered. You need to remove the friction. Pack your bag the night before. Put your gym clothes out next to your bed the night before. Put your protein powder in your shaker ready to go. When you remove every single excuse and every single possible sticking point, you are 10 times more likely to actually do what you need to do. You should also break down your big goals into smaller steps. When you take a look at your goals and they seem massive and impossible, you're not going to do them because you're not going to commit to something that seems impossible to you. Let's say one of your goals is to read a book every month. Don't start by trying to read 25 pages a day. Start with 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, and eventually build up to 25 pages a day. Maybe you want to improve your diet. Make small changes every single day that work up to the diet that you actually want to start eating. Removing that friction and removing those sticking points is essential if you want to stay consistent at anything. Next, you need to track everything. If you're not tracking, you're not being accountable. And if you're not being accountable, why would you do what you need to do? Personally, I use an app on my iPhone called Things Free. I go on my phone a lot to check this because I can see what I actually need to be doing and it's easier, it's right in front of me all the time. And then for my bigger goals, I have them on my Notion and I break them down into smaller steps and tasks. So the best way to do this, let's say you have some big goals for 2025. Break these down into smaller monthly and weekly goals and then break those down even further into daily steps and tasks. Then put these in your daily habit tracker and that way you're always doing something that is working towards your long-term goals. The key here is to make it visible. You need to know what you're doing and why you're doing it. That is how you stay consistent. When you have something to do and you don't know why you're doing it, you're not going to be bothered to do it because why would you? I wouldn't be bothered to do it if I didn't know why I was doing something. You need to know why you're doing it and what you're doing at all times. This is how you stay truly consistent. Also, to be fair, the dopamine you get from ticking off daily tasks, it's a big hit of dopamine. So, when you do this every single day, your brain's going to want more and you're going to stay consistent. Sometimes dopamine, when it trains you to do the right things, is good. If you're someone that's always struggled with consistency, you need to be around people that are consistent, that have big goals, and are on the right path, the path that you want to be on. You can join my free private network, the Outlier Network, to get around men who are trying to change their life and have big goals right now for free. Link in the description, check it out and join now. The next step is undergoing an identity shift. To cultivate true consistency, you need to change the way in which you view yourself. If you view yourself as someone who isn't consistent, then why would you be consistent? Because you've already internalized that and you've told yourself that you aren't a consistent person. Self-talk is a very powerful thing and it's often overlooked by so many people, but it can literally change the entire narrative of your life. It's really easy to implement too. Let's say you're someone who's never been consistent in the gym. Start telling yourself you're someone who never misses a workout. You always go to the gym no matter how you feel, no matter if you want to train, no matter what, you go to the gym. And that will become your reality. You need to tell yourself what you want to become. Your actions follow your identity. So write down what kind of person you want to become. What do they do every day? What are their habits? Do they break down their goals? And become that person today. Become the person today that you want to be tomorrow. That's how you make it a reality. And it's important for you to remember how you view yourself and your own self-talk is the most important thing in life. It's so much more important than what others think of you. Change your self-talk and I guarantee you your life and your reality is going to change. So what happens if you slip up? Everyone slips up eventually. There is no perfect, but the most important thing is your response. Something I like to stick to is the never miss twice rule. And what is this? Well, let's say you miss the gym. Tomorrow, you're going to make sure you go to the gym. You're not going to miss the gym 2 days in a row. Why? Because doing that, you create a consistent habit of missing the gym. This cannot happen under any circumstances, or you will end up in a downward spiral. To avoid this, when you slip up, sit yourself down, acknowledge your mistake, and tell yourself you're not going to make the same mistake again. And actually make sure you don't make the same mistake. This way you create consistency. And remember, your word to yourself and your self-talk is the most important thing. So if you tell yourself you're not going to make that mistake again, do not make it again. Otherwise, you're implanting in your brain that it's okay to lie to yourself, and that is the worst thing that you could ever possibly do. Finding others to keep you accountable can also really help here. Get around people on the same path as you, with the same goals as you, with the same values as you. This is going to really help you, both of you, or the group of people, to always stay accountable to your word. And finally, remember, consistency has absolutely nothing to do with motivation. It's about putting systems in place that cultivate consistency. And I promise you, if you follow everything I've said in this video and you actually listen to it word for word, go back, listen again, and implement what I've said to implement, I promise you, you'll become a consistent person. So that's all for today. Don't forget to check out the links in my description. We've got the free 6-week aesthetic program. Yes, free. Make sure you sign up for that. We've also got one-on-one coaching application, very limited spots. So if you want to be one-on-one coached by me, change your life, make sure you get in there quickly. And also, like I mentioned earlier in the video, the Outlier Network. Get around guys on the same path as you. It's going to change your reality, change your life, and I'll see you in there myself. Leave a like, leave a comment, and subscribe to become the best version of yourself, and I will see you in the next one.